U.S. President Donald Trump posted a message on his Truth Social site on December 25th, wishing a Merry Christmas to the sleazebags who loved Jeffrey Epstein. In his message, Trump distanced himself from the convicted sex offender who he was friends with in the 1990s, claiming he was the only one who did drop Epstein, and long before it became fashionable to do so. Trump's administration began releasing files related to criminal investigations of Epstein to comply with a law passed by Congress last month. Republicans and Democrats in Congress passed the law over Trump's objections, requiring that all documents be released by December 19th, while allowing partial redactions to protect victims. In his Christmas message on the topic, he said, Democrats would have a lot of explaining to do once more information came out. Enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas, Trump wrote.
The House Oversight Committee has released 68 new photos from the estate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This is the third public release from a collection of more than 95,000 images obtained by the committee from Epstein's estate. The release comes just hours before a key deadline for the Department of Justice to disclose its Epstein files. The images range from seemingly routine social encounters to deeply troubling scenes. Among them are photos showing quotes from Lolita written across different parts of a woman's body. The novel by Vladimir Nabokov depicts the grooming and abuse of a young girl by an older man. Lawmakers say the imagery underscores the disturbing nature of Epstein's behavior. Other photos show redacted passports and identification documents belonging to women from several countries. Those countries include Lithuania, Russia, the Czech Republic, and Ukraine. Most identifying details are blacked out, including names and dates of birth. One photo shows Epstein seated at a desk, closely surrounded by 3 women whose faces are hidden. In the image, one woman appears to touch Epstein under his shirt while another leans toward a nearby laptop. Another image shows a text message exchange discussing payments of $1,000 per girl. Several photos also show Epstein alongside prominent figures, including professor and activist Noam Chomsky, aboard a private plane. Another image shows Bill Gates standing next to a woman whose face is redacted. Additional photos show Steve Bannon and former Alphabet president Sergey Brin at separate events. Previously released images showed figures such as Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. They also included Woody Allen, Larry Summers, and Alan Dershowitz. However, lawmakers emphasize that being pictured does not imply criminal conduct. Many of the individuals shown have denied involvement in Epstein's crimes. The committee says the photos are meant to offer transparency into Epstein's network. Attention now turns to the Department of Justice, which faces a December 19th deadline under the Epstein Files Transparency Act.
the Epstein files, does the new investigation by the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney prevent the department from releasing all of the remaining files?
So we have released over 33,000 Epstein documents to the Hill, and we'll continue to follow the law and to have maximum transparency. Also, we will always encourage all victims to come forward.
What are the next steps, Madam Attorney General, for the DOJ regarding what we assume President Trump will sign into law with the Epstein files? Is this going to be on the Justice Department website? What are you doing here over the next 30 days, as we understand it?
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
When you say follow the law, Madam Attorney General, do you mean that you will provide all the files by 30 days?
We will follow the law. The law passed both chambers last evening. It has not yet been signed, but we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
To that. Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency under the law.
Wedding, Madam General. On Ryan Wedding, you mentioned.
Excuse me. Madam Attorney
Sure,
General,
Kelly.
the issue with the new information that you just indicated, is the department seeking information perhaps from the Epstein estate, because Mr. Blanche did not have that information when he interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell? What new information, and would you limit the new investigation to just those named persons that the president talked about, or is this a broad, open-ended investigation?
I would refer to the Deputy Attorney General's post that he put out on X, and we're not going to say anything else on that because now it is a pending investigation in the Southern District of New York. But you're on point.